The life of an NFL cheerleader may seem glamorous, but it really isn't. They're subjected to countless rules, are paid next to nothing for their work, and are forced to spread cheer in teams where there truly isn't any. Here are 10 insane rules that football cheerleaders need to follow. They're instructed on how to eat soup. Unless you're living at your mom's house, nobody should ever be allowed to tell you how to eat soup. But apparently, NFL teams still live in the 1800s, where ladies are instructed on how to be ladylike. This guide on etiquette includes the directions on how to eat soup. These include not totally putting your mouth over the spoon and filling the spoon until it's 2/3 full. We're assuming that you do this by eyesight, but we wouldn't put it past an NFL team to ask cheerleaders to bring their own measuring devices. They're instructed on how to use tampons. As far as we know, NFL cheerleaders are all adults who have reached puberty years before they entered the league. So then tell us, why do these women need instructions on how to use tampons? In the Buffalo Bills cheerleading handbook, women are given tips on how to use tampons. These include finding ones that are the right size and ensuring the products aren't left in there for more than 4 hours. Useful advice for kids entering high school, not so much for grown women. Draconian weight rules. Unless you're in a sport with weight classes, how much you weigh shouldn't really matter as long as you're healthy. Somebody please explain this to NFL teams. According to an anonymous Ravens cheerleader, you're given a 3-pound leniency for your goal weight. A friend of this cheerleader was benched for multiple games because she was over the 3-pound limit. If your boss was this insistent on keeping a certain weight, we're certain you would rage quite quickly. Chewing gum is regulated. Hey, get that gum out of your mouth. Once you reach high school, the power of this threat should cease to exist. But not if you're an NFL cheerleader. In the audition rules for the Seattle Seahawks, it states that the cheerleading director may dictate things like your eating, smoking, and gum chewing habits. Yeah, you're only allowed to chew teeth whitening gum and only the specific brand chosen by the director. How is this enforced? Well, your guess is as good as ours. Don't you dare use slang. Swearing in the workplace is usually frowned upon, but using slang in the workplace? Now you have to be a pretty big grammar Nazi to enforce that. Oh wait, we're talking about the NFL. No fun league. According to the Buffalo Bills cheerleading guide, under the section of how to conduct a conversation, yeah, seriously, that's in there. Cheerleaders are instructed to not use slang terms. These include, oh my god, I seen it, and like, yeah, because apparently their choice of words will affect their dancing ability. Hair and makeup must be perfect. Given that cheerleaders have to look absolutely fabulous at all times, makeup and hair bills are going to rack up. If you thought that the teams would be paying for that, well, you haven't been paying attention. While speaking of her lawsuit against the Buffalo Bills, former cheerleader Alyssa Yu said that she was pulled aside during practice one day to be told that her blonde hair didn't look natural. She had to go to a hairstylist, who happened to be a good friend of the cheerleading coach, and pay for it herself. Of course. They have to pay for whitening and tanning. So we all know that NFL cheerleaders get paid next to nothing for all the work they do. But you may have not known this next part. These cheerleaders are not only paid pathetically small wages, but they're also expected to spring for the costs of teeth whitening and tanning on their own dime. This means for every game day, these cheerleaders are expected to show up with a tan. Skin cancer is a real thing, guys. Somebody please tell the teams that? Never mind. They don't care. They have to sell calendars. Swimsuit calendars used to be a surefire seller for attractive women. Nowadays, the internet exists, so you really don't need them anymore. But if you're an NFL cheerleader, you still gotta sell them. Cheerleaders have to buy calendars with their own money and then sell them off for profit. Yeah, you heard us. The multi-million-dollar sports teams can't spring for the bill on calendars. Oh, and get this. Male cheerleaders only need to buy 20, while women need to buy 100. They can't date players. Alright, so you're an attractive cheerleader surrounded by pro athletes. You're likely going to be attracted to some of them, and heck, you may even want to date one of them. Well, you can kiss that dream goodbye. This makes no sense. Cheerleaders never have any interaction with anyone else on the team, so even if a breakup ends badly, there shouldn't be a problem. This rule also applies to coaches and assistants, just in case any cheerleader wanted to date Bill Belichick over Tom Brady, we guess. They're expected to be sexually harassed. You would think this would involve being harassed by drunken fans, but that's only part of the story. In the lawsuit from former cheerleaders against the Buffalo Bills, there's a charity event described by the plaintiffs that should make your skin crawl. Each cheerleader had different tasks to do at this golf tournament, but one of the roles was riding with the golfers in their cart. It shouldn't shock you that there weren't even enough seats in the cart, and each cheerleader essentially had to sit on their lap. And that's it for our list. Did we leave out any rules that make you tear your hair out? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to The Sportster. Until next time.